What's up guys, Justin Morgan here, and today we are talking about which is better for fat loss, cardio or lifting weights. This is a common question that comes up with people in the fitness industry and on YouTube, and people asking questions, people curious about getting into fitness. And since it is the beginning of the year, lots of people are looking to get into their New Year's resolutions and check out different things. They're trying to get into lifting. Maybe they're wondering what to do. And so I want to talk about this subject of which is better for fat loss. Now, it is important to distinguish between fat loss and general weight loss. You can actually lose weight without changing your fat at all. In fact, weight in general comes from water and things that are stored in the body in different places. You can have swelling, you could have something called edema, which is really common for me to see, maybe not for the average person. Edema just means swelling in usually the lower extremities, so in your legs, possibly in your arms, more commonly in the legs though, and that kind of thing. So the biggest thing that you'll see, so people can kind of go on like really hot, if you increase your water intake a lot, usually you'll expel more sodium and things that would cause you to retain water. So increasing your potassium intake through, fruits, vegetables, and that kind of thing, that can help, expel water more than you would be by manipulating your electrolyte balance. Decreasing sodium, obviously, is a kind of a common one. So these are all good practices and all good things that are fine to do, but they may not actually influence fat loss. And if you're looking to get healthier, looking to get more fit, what you're really interested in is specifically fat loss. So how do you lose fat? The answer is that you have to actually burn more calories than you take in. So there's two primary ways to do that. You can increase your activity level, which I highly recommend, and you can decrease your food consumption, which I might recommend. It depends on how much you're eating, where those calories are coming from. If you're eating lots of fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, nuts and seeds, and things like that, then you're probably going to want to focus more on increasing your activity. If you're eating a lot of junk foods, refined, processed, especially processed sugars and fats, then it might be better or more advantageous to switch to some of those whole foods and use that as a way to do that. If you're not like an athlete and looking to compete in something, or you're just trying to lose a few pounds, you really don't need to track your calories or anything like that. Just kind of making some of those switches to better options would probably be a lot easier and more effective than tracking your macronutrients. Although tracking your macros using MyFitnessPal or something like that, that's a fine way to go about it. You can, there's probably lots of information out there on that. I've put lots of videos out there on that topic, so that's always an option. Getting back to the title of the video though, which is better, all of that information that I just shared is critical to you making a decision about which one of these is better for you. And the answer is that they both increase your activity. They're both effective. It's important to distinguish which one does what though, or why you're doing it. Have a purpose for why you're lifting weights or doing some type of strength resistance training, or why you're doing some kind of cardiovascular training. They both increase your activity level, so they both will promote fat loss. That's the simple thing about it. Now, when you do cardiovascular work, with both of these activities, with both cardio and weightlifting, you will also start at a level, and as you increase, you'll get better at both of them. The more you do something, the better at it you'll get. The more you lift, the more weight you'll be able to lift, the more muscle you'll grow. The more you do cardio of any kind, the more efficient your body will get at doing that specific type of cardio, and the more in general across all the forms of cardio your heart will get at pumping blood and sending oxygen to the muscles that are running that. So that kind of summed up what those do. Cardiovascular work, or cardio, heart is your cardiovascular muscle. It's in the title. So by doing different forms of cardio, then you're actually working your heart. You're ensuring that as you go older, your heart's going to remain in good function, and that is a good thing to do. We all should do that. That is something that everyone should participate in some degree. Now, if you weigh quite a bit, you're overweight, then there are some types of cardio that might be better than others. You probably aren't going to want to do things where your joints are having a lot of impacting on the ground, like running, but doing something like swimming, doing bike riding, using the elliptical machine, that thing that kind of, well, it's an elliptical machine. Google it, I don't know. So those are all things that are kind of low impact on the joints, and so if you're overweight, that might be a better option for you. If you're interested in weightlifting, which you really should be doing both, if you're looking to just, get better, get more in shape, get more fit. Cardiovascular, it will help your heart remain in good condition, but doing weightlifting will help you prevent osteoporosis. It'll help you prevent something called sarcopenia, which is muscle loss as you get older. One of the common problems that people have as they get older is that they suffer from falls. Their body isn't really strong enough to recover from day-to-day activities, so they end up becoming weak and falling. So lifting weights is something that will help you to prevent those conditions from happening as you get older. It's a very important, very good thing to do. So both have advantages for you in the long term as far as your health is concerned. Things that you should be doing with weightlifting includes squatting movements. They can do a variety of different types of squats. Putting a barbell on your back and squatting is a good one. Leg press is a fine one. I'm not a big fan of the leg press because it's hurt my ribs when I've done it in the past, but nevertheless, it is a good exercise. Doing deadlifts, doing all different kinds of squats, it's really something that you'll begin to learn one, and you'll kind of improve and learn different methods and different ways of doing it over time. You should be doing both vertical and horizontal pressing. Horizontal pressing would mean that you're lying in a flat position and you're pressing something above you. Vertical pressing would mean that you're standing in an upright vertical position and you're pressing the barbell up above your head. So both of those are good things to do. Doing things like pull-ups, dips, all of these are very good exercises that you should be incorporating as you begin to train. And you don't have to do them all on one day, or you don't have to do a bunch of exercises for one muscle group on day like some people have recommended in the past. It's really better to just work out your whole body each time. So you're doing cardio maybe 3 days a week and you're lifting weights 3 days a week. That's probably the best scenario to be in. So which is better for fat loss? They're both good. So just do them both. You guys take it easy, and I'll talk to you in that next video.